Hello, wonderful viewers. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I have a sad thing to read on. Sadie Roberts Joseph, who was an important civil rights leader, has been found in her car, the trunk of her car, suffocated. It was traumatic asphyxiation, the coroner is saying. So someone murdered her and put her body in the trunk and parked the car miles away from her home. And so I'm asking Sadie about this and what happened. And I do see someone suffocating her in her home, like almost in her bed maybe, and carrying her out. She was light enough, and putting her in her own car. And taking her, and it's a male. It's a male. Kind of big guy, beefy guy. I'm seeing him from the back. Yeah, maybe kind of heavy even. Why? Let's read on him. Why? There's the death card. Somebody wanted her dead. Intended to kill her. 9 of Cups for his wish. It would be his wish. He became sort of obsessed with it. He wanted what he wanted. Somebody she'd given money to in the past, maybe. She has divine protection and strength, though. I wonder if this was somebody that she had, you know, as this loving woman, powerful woman is taming the lion. I wonder if this is somebody who had not been, you know, very in control of himself, and she had tried to tame him, be kind to him. 2 of Wands, 2 different options. Somebody who's desperate, who was looking between 2 different options. For money. So this was a murder for money? The devil. Addiction. Maybe defeat addiction? Really? Was this have anything to do with the fact that she was a civil rights activist? Overburdened? I feel like that means the police are looking into that. They're looking into all kinds of suspects because they are wondering about that. Is this a white supremacist? Queen of Cups. She's trying to help them. She's at peace now. She's a nurturing person. She's a merciful person. She's all right. She's trying to help them. She's not in any hurry. Yeah, she even says she doesn't care if he's found. That's interesting. Huh. That's interesting, isn't it? She's just someone whose soul is so disinterested in revenge or even vindication. She doesn't really care if he is found. Interesting. She's trying to help everybody be less troubled by this. Interesting. But she does recognize that it would be important for the person to be found, just for her relatives and her loved ones and all the people who love her and care about her, who didn't even know her. She does recognize it would be important for that person to be found and for his own protection, so he doesn't do something like this again. Interesting. 8 of Wands. Things are moving forward. So the 10 of Wands turning into the 8 of Wands. Things will be moving forward in the right direction, and they will be eliminating suspects, and that he will be found. Guys, I'm just leaving it at that, because I find that, for instance, I tried reading on Jamie Kloss, and I did, and I never published that one. Sometimes it's very difficult doing these readings, because when it's on murder, other distressed souls can sometimes come forward, and they want, there are some pretty intense stories out there. Yeah, I feel the electricity now. They're like, what's it? Are you talking about me? You want to hear my story? There are distressed souls who feel like it's real important to get that information out about their own killers, or some safety. Yeah, but no, I'm not talking to all of you right now. But see, that's why I find these kinds of readings easy to get muddy. So I want to keep what I see and leave it at that. Like I said, Jamie Kloss, I did a reading on her, and I saw her in a cabin, in a house in the woods, and somehow, like something lifted up, and she was like almost put into the floor, and then something back down on her, and then we found out later that he hid her under his bed, and it was a house in the woods. So, but see, that's all I got. So I didn't get, that this was in his bedroom, for Pete's sakes. I just got that he would make her go down there when the people were coming. So, yeah, I got to be careful with these readings. That's what I get for Sadie. So I guess we'll find out the other things. But what's most interesting is her perspective on this. She's most concerned with the people who are perplexed and worried this was a white supremacist, and worried that they really need some answers. They really do need to know. And so she's going to help them to know. There's a younger female relative, I think it's a niece, who she's very concerned about. She just wants to give a big hug to. She is at peace. She is at peace. She's so, she was such an awake soul anyway. She knew that it was all about love. She knew it was about courage too. Yeah, she had been willing to lay her life on the line long ago. And she really spent her life at peace with the idea of death. Because she knew that wasn't a real death. That was just a beginning anyway. She knew that. She knew that better than, just almost anybody else. She knew that. So she let go kind of quickly, actually. When she saw the angels. Yeah, more than one came for her. She saw the angels, and she knew she could go, and she knew it was time, and she let go pretty quickly, actually. Yeah. She's joyful now, very joyful, joyful. That heavenly choir. She keeps talking about that heavenly choir. Ooh. Yeah, she was greeted by a troop of angels. And this is what she wanted. Yeah, she's overjoyed. She's overjoyed. She's good. She's just trying to help the people who are left grieving. Anything else? The overburdened. She's also trying to help the investigators, she tells me. Yeah, they shouldn't, she says, oddly enough, even in her death, this is going to further her cause. Because all these investigators, she says all these investigators are looking at every white supremacist group and all the known white supremacists. They're looking at them so hard. So she goes, this is also, even her death is serving her cause. And she would have it no other way. Because law enforcement and the FBI is going to learn a heck of a lot more about what's going on with the white supremacists in the area and on the social media sites, and what's being planned, and what's they're going to be able to head some dangerous situations off at the pass, and they're going to be able to get some information down now when it's important to get it down, because there will come a time in the future when all these people will scurry into the shadows more. So, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She tells me she always said that may her death, however it may be, however the good Lord decided it was going to be and when it was going to be and how it was going to be, she always asked that it further the cause, that it not, that at least that also furthers the cause of equality and safety. Safety for her people, for all people. And in this way, she had such a faith in God. She asked that she not be in a lot of pain, that it not be long and lingering, and that she ordered it up. She said, I want it to be this, I want it to be that, I want it to be the other thing. And that's actually the death that she got. And she didn't realize how perfectly Spirit would figure that out, would do that. All right. So I thank you so very much. And I thank you, Sadie. Oh, I thank you, Sadie, for all your good work and all your heart. Bye-bye.